You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
Good morning. Your time now 6:47 on a Wednesday, October 4th. We're kicking off your 11 minutes of nonstop news.
Here is what we're following for you. Just hours from now, you'll get a loud noise on your device. The reason? An emergency alert.
Imagine going to a home you own only for someone else to be living inside, claiming it as their own. Despite getting police involved, the local woman says these squatters are still in her house this morning.
Plenty of sunshine today, and temperatures will be warming up into the 80s after a cool start, but more changes coming our way for the weekend. Details coming up.
This morning, more than 200 businesses in DeKalb County are in for a wake-up call when they go to renew their business licenses.
11 Alive discover most gas stations are not in compliance right now with the new ordinance involving these security cameras. 11 Alive's Christy Diaz joining us live, digging into the details.
Good morning. Yes, it's been 3 months since this new ordinance required all of the gas stations and convenience stores in unincorporated DeKalb County to install these video surveillance systems. The intent is to deter crime. So 90 days in, we wanted to know how well is it working. Well, when we started looking, discovered that most of the gas stations and convenience stores that the county says must comply are not in compliance. In fact, out of the 268 locations, only about 20% have met all of the requirements. It is an extensive list. Just having cameras on site is not enough. You need one at every pump, each entry and exit, night vision, a certain quality of video, and at least 60 days of storage, among several other points on this checklist according to the ordinance. If these gas stations and convenience stores don't upgrade their systems, it could affect the renewal of more than 200 business licenses going into the new year. Now, the county is not currently handing out citations. Right now, they're focusing on education, trying to visit each location to educate the business about what it needs so it will be in compliance come January. Otherwise, their business license will not be renewed. Guys, back to you.
Christy, thank you. We continue 11 minutes of nonstop news with some new details on a loud noise that will come from your phone this afternoon. The emergency alert is just going to be a test.
You can expect your phone to sound off the way it does, just like if there is a missing child or a storm approaching. 11 Alive's Jerry Kearns in studio now with more on this. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning. It all begins at 20 minutes after the hour of 2 this afternoon. That's when the emergency alert system test will begin. Your phone may not sound off right away, but be prepared for it to happen sometime around 2:20 this afternoon. Congress now mandates that the Federal Communications Commission and the Federal Emergency Management Agency test the emergency alert system once every 3 years. Today's test will begin at 2:20 this afternoon, but it will last 30 minutes, so you could get the alert anytime between 2:20 and 2:50. Televisions and radios will get a 1-minute test. If you don't want to hear it, there's a couple of things you can do. You can go to your phone settings and disable government alerts or turn your phone completely off. Otherwise, you're going to get the loud alert even if your phone is on silent.
All right, Jerry, thank you. And that was a look at your top headlines.
All right, a beautiful day ahead, Chesley.
That's absolutely right. We're looking at fair skies starting off this morning. Looks beautiful in downtown Atlanta. We'll see plenty of sunshine, at least early on. A few clouds will make their way as the sun starts to set later on this evening. You're looking at temperatures in the 50s and 60s just about everywhere you look. We're in the 50s down into southern Henry County. You got 57 degrees in McDonough, 57 also in Locust Grove, 56 in Conyers at the current hour, 56 also in Noonan, 55 Chattahoochee Hills in southern Fulton County, 53 degrees in Temple over in northern Carroll County. Meanwhile, 62 degrees up toward Akbar, 59 degrees in Mapleton. Over in DeKalb County, you got 62 degrees in Tucker, 65 the warm spot downtown Atlanta. It will be a nice enough day to maybe get out on the basketball court. You know, preseason starts tomorrow for the NBA. Maybe get the kids ready for it, right? 83 degrees for the afternoon high temperature. A little east breeze at about 8 miles per hour while we're going to start out today. And so we've been used to this. We've been hanging out in those low 80s for the last couple of days. Plenty of sunshine around. It's just been gorgeous weather. Unless you, suffer from mold. If you're allergic to that. I do have some friends that saying, man, nice days, but man, my allergies are getting to me. I understand. You're looking at clouds back off to the west of us. They'll continue to push over toward the east. A cold front will bring it our way. We'll see partly sunny skies by tomorrow and then mostly cloudy skies by Friday. So this is the last day that we get to enjoy that crystal clear blue sky. Thanks to high pressure that has been in our vicinity, bringing in that easterly flow as well. And so it's my pick for the week. Colder air will come our way, or I should say cooler air will come our way by the time we hit the weekend. That warm air has been hanging out over us. Meanwhile, the hot air just back off to our west. Now, here comes that that intrusion making its way a little bit further down to the south will arrive here by, let's say, late Friday going into Saturday. Saturday will only be in the 70s for highs. The overnight lows that you're really going to feel as far as the difference goes, starting off in the 40s by Sunday morning. We'll do it again Monday morning as well. As far as any rainfall goes, we need it at least, but we're not going to see a whole lot of it. We'll see some rain back off to the west of us. It looks strong there, but as that front gets a little bit closer to us, notice how it breaks up, so that by the time we get to Friday, you're talking about isolated showers around, and we'll hold on to the threat for those isolated showers through the day on Friday.
Continue our 11 minutes of nonstop news in East Point. This morning, people in the area say they're scared to take families to a local park. Police tell us they have received hundreds of calls with problems there. Police say they've started sex stings at Skies Park after catching people in the act. Police Sergeant Jay Watkins says almost 24 people have now been charged with public indecency. This has been a problem over the past few months. They say many of the suspects are from out of state.
That's my major concern is for the kids. They don't need to see this kind of stuff in public at all, as it's already shown enough on TV.
In a public park, there's a certain behavior you should maintain. Would you want your family to see you behaving like this in a park?
Police are asking anyone who sees lewd activity to call them. Just hours ago, East Point police removed a Facebook post where some of those arrested and charged were named after comments and concerns from the community. The police department posted a new statement saying that post was not intended to target anyone based on lifestyle choices and that the law in East Point is administered equally to everyone.
In DeKalb County, police want you to be on the lookout for this 14-year-old last seen nearly 2 months ago. Lithonia police say they are deeply concerned about Kylie Glenn, who went missing from her home August 6th. She is 5'8" and around 120 pounds. They say she may be wearing an ankle monitor. Anyone who sees Kylie is urged to call police.
Only on 11 Alive News, this morning the fight continues for a College Park woman who's trying to remove squatters from the home that she owns. Right now, police are telling her they cannot remove them legally. The homeowner tells 11 Alive she brought new renters to the home only to find out the locks had been changed. There were a pair of shoes by the door and somebody inside. 11 Alive reporter Brittany Kleinpeter went there to check it out for us. The owner didn't want to show her face out of fear for her safety, but told Brittany the intruder showed officers what they claimed was a lease. She says police told her because of an increase in rental scams, she would need to go through the courts to get them out.
He was just arguing like, well, you're going to have to evict me because this is my house. I'll stay here now. He just was blatantly like, I got over on you. You know, he's like a professional scammer. You can tell he's done it before.
And a neighbor says she saw people move in over the weekend. The homeowner went to Fulton County Court to file for an eviction. We'll keep you updated on what happens next. New this morning, state leaders are pushing for more funding for these HBCUs in Metro Atlanta and all over the state. We'll hear their latest efforts during a press conference this afternoon. State representatives will speak at that conference at 3 o'clock. In statements the representatives released, they say HBCUs in Georgia have been underfunded and they will call on the state and Governor Kemp to address the inequities. Good morning, Chesley.
Good morning, Cheryl. This afternoon, it's going to be a nice one to eat your lunch outside, as it has been for the last couple of days. Temperatures will start off in the 60s this morning. By noon, we'll be in the mid-70s. We're looking at 83 degrees for an afternoon high temperature today. We'll see some cumulus clouds bubbling up, but it still will be a nice sunny afternoon for us. I'm going to call it warm, a little bit above our average for this time of year. 79 degrees by the time we get to 7 o'clock with that easterly breeze at 7 miles per hour.
Me and Cheryl talk about this all the time. Missing deadlines to return packages. It's really time consuming, especially if you get stuck in the long line. So Uber wants to make the process easier. Today, they're launching a new feature called Uber Connect, and with just the tap of a button, an Uber driver will come pick up your packages and take them to your local post office, UPS, or FedEx. The only catch that your shipping labels, they have to be prepaid, you know, until you can get it on all there. They just have to drop it off. They don't have to do the hard part. After they drop it off, they'll send you a picture and say, it's done.
It's done.
It's handled.
Pretty soon, we're not going to have to leave the couch.
I know.
Save me a trip. Have a good day, everybody.